What? Yeah. The way I became Chocolate Santa, Chocolate Santa evolved from Security Santa. I tried to be Santa one year for a toy drive, but I am by trade a bodyguard. So, Big Al put on the big man suit. So, I put on the big man suit, pants didn't really fit, boots, whatever. I did the best I could. That lasted about 15, 20 minutes. Because I went from ho, ho, ho to ho, ho, hold up. What you doing? Boy, you ain't be cutting line. What the hell's going on here? So that was my experience up until I got a call from a casting agent. So she says, I think you'd be great for this role. I have a role for you. I said, oh, okay. All right. Well, what's the role? She said, Santa. I said, Santa? Who? Santa Williams? What kind of gangster movie is that? She said, no, Santa. I said, Jones? Johnson? Brown? I don't get it. She said, no, Santa Claus. I'm like, Santa Claus? What do you mean Santa Claus? This is Al Crawford. She goes, yeah, Santa Claus. Because see, when I look in the mirror, I still see the former Marine, 2nd Battalion, 1st Marine, who, super squad member, heavyweight boxer, self-defense, marksmanship instructor. That's who I see. I don't see none of this because, the way I avoid any of this is through my sexual Santa voice. All I got to do is lower my voice and this belly goes away. That's all I got to do. So but never want to burn bridges, so I decided that I would do this just to please the casting director. So I go, she's like, well, bring your Santa suit. I'm like, I don't have a Santa suit. I told you I ain't no Santa Claus. So she was like, well, can you get one? I said, no. I said, but I'll wear my red drinking shirt. So I wore my red Cuba Vera, product placement, my red Cuba Vera drinking shirt. And there's a great picture of me in my Cuba Vera drinking Johnny Walker. Keep on walking. So I came down in the Cuba Vera. Everyone else was in a Santa suit. Now, mind you, if you haven't noticed that I'm a chocolate Santa, African American Santa, black Santa, whatever. So there was a bunch of white Santas there. So they thought I worked there, so they were all trying to hand me their, their resumes and their headshots and all that. I'm like, no, I'm auditioning too. And so they all got in a little circle and was like, oh, you're auditioning? I'm like, yeah, I'm auditioning too. Well, you probably gonna need a Santa suit to audition for Santa. Didn't need that. And they were like, oh, okay, well, maybe a Santa suit is not necessary, but I like to see how they gonna make them cheeks rosy. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, all right. And then it became competitive. It became competitive. Yeah, and another insult was like, yeah, I'd like to see you grow a white beard like they grew one. Yeah, right. So basically, since no one thought I was auditioning, I kind of eased up to the front, listened to what the questions they were asking. And so all these guys were telling these stories about how, they're Santa to all the rich kids in Malibu and they asked for llamas and Porsches and all this, and how they were at the mall for 20 years and all this other stuff, and they've been to this person, whatever. And so my experience as Santa, but without the suit, or the 20 minutes I spent in the suit, was the people I am Santa to are people who don't ask for things. They just ask what you give them, and they're so grateful for whatever they give. And so that is the story, or that is the information that I relayed when I went in there. And the casting people could recognize it as genuine, and of course they loved his voice. Another product placement, Al Crawford, the voice of God. And they loved the voice, and especially the ladies. They couldn't stop crossing their legs every I would do it for effect, lower my voice and see which one was going to cross her legs first. Okay, anyway, enough of that. So, I go in, I get a call back. On the call back, there's 7 people, 3 of them are women. So I only got to win over one guy. Long story short, short story simple. I got the part as a lead, as a Santa in a national commercial, and I've done some research. So far, I haven't been able to find any African American actor who has been a Santa or the principal Santa in a national commercial. So a couple people like, well, you the Obama of Santas. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm Santa Obama then. So hey, shout out another product placement for our president, Santa, for Mr. Obama. President Obama, I'm sorry, I'm sounding like one of the Republicans calling Mr. Obama or Obama or whatever. Sorry, Mr. President, Ms. President, First Lady. Oh boy, I'm messing up. Anyway, so from there, I didn't receive any other jobs. And I did recognize that Hollywood was trying to show adversity, you know, by hiring actors who were receiving gifts. Like a certain car has a black family, an Asian family, and a white family that get, you know, their particular car. I don't want them to sue me, but they get their particular car from the North Pole. They get it from Penguin and Santa Claus. Well, all 3 ethnicities, the white, the black, and the Asian, all get it from the white Santa or a damn penguin. Imagine that, okay? It's crazy. You know, they couldn't have a black Santa just go, you know, hell, I could have had my pit bull, just if I can send it to him. Yeah, come on, man. You know, Joaquin Santa got a pit bull. So we could have done that. But what I'm saying is, and that is why this whole series has product placement all through it. And, you know, from places who may or may not be acceptable or may or may not accept what we have done. But these are products that are very prevalent in the African American community, you know. And I was careful in selecting these products. Now, and just to show, and you will see by the way this video is going to be received and the way this series is going to be received, that, you know, we, you know, as a community we have power. We have power, and we should have say in product placement. Okay, so I've placed some products in here, and I'm not ashamed to say, you know, lactate, because a lot of African Americans are lactate intolerant. Okay, maybe Chocolate Santa's lactose intolerant, maybe not, but that's why I placed that there. Kool-Aid has always been a staple in the African American community. And as far as a libation of choice, 9 out of 10 African Americans, okay, that's not scientific, but 9 out of 10 of Chocolate Santa's friends prefer Hennessy as their libation of choice. And Chocolate Santa also enjoys a good Scotch, which would be the Johnny Walker. But just to show that we do enjoy these products, and that we do enjoy these products, and we are your customer. We are a base, and these products thrive because of us, and that we need to be represented in, you know, your advertising. And there's no way that in the history of advertising that there should be one Santa, one African American Santa out of all these years to represent one restaurant chain. That is not right. That is not right. I know I'm making light of a lot of things, but that is not right. You know, we don't have a car that we endorse. You know, we don't have a jewelry store because, come on. All these jewelry stores, we buy a lot of diamonds. Hell, we go and mine the diamonds. We ain't nowhere. They ain't even showing us buying the damn diamonds. Okay? We don't have a car. Okay? We don't have a mattress. We don't even have a television set. Nothing that our Santas or myself or all the other chocolate Santas endorse. They don't use us. We're consumers. And we know who the real Santas are. There's mama and daddy and them. Mama and them, daddy and them. That's a colloquialism or whatever the hell I be saying it right. I'm channeling my inner Charles Barkley right now. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure did treat me right.